Hey everybody, Dad Domesticus here. Welcome to the channel. Tonight we are whining about
the holidays.
Here we go. Hello everybody. Welcome to Dad Domesticus. Whining about again. I have been loving doing this. I think you're liking this.
It's fun, yeah.
It is. The kids are asleep. We open a bottle of wine.
It's a good day, yeah.
It is. And it's Veterans Day, so we're opening up a bottle of courage. Thank you, veterans. We so appreciate you. And I genuinely mean that. Yeah.
Do you want to explain what the bottle is?
Oh, I'm sorry. Courage. It's a bottle of courage from Sarlos. It is in grateful memory of all who have passed and have served. And we love this winery, and they are big supporters of veterans. So that is why we picked that for tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
So there we go. All right. Tonight's whining about the holidays. I think we are coming up to them. We've already had our Halloween, and that's what we're going to be talking about is the Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's time. Because for, I think, any relationship, I think the holidays are like relationships become real.
For sure. And it's definitely maybe not the most stressful time, but the most packed time in a family's life.
You got stuff to take care of.
There's some things.
Yeah.
And this year it's especially different. So we'll get into that. But
we're going to start off by talking about our first set of holidays together because it's such a great analogy for how our two sets of families work and kind of how we're making our family work because they're just very different. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I can start. Whenever Alan and I started dating, my family was the one that was out of state, and we lived in California. So I got integrated into the Haida family fairly quickly. And my first major holiday with them was Thanksgiving. We'd been together for 2 months at that point.
I would say just over 2 months.
Just over 2 months, depending on...
September 20th was our first date.
Yeah.
So... like literally just over 2 months.
Yeah.
And here's the deal. My family loved Kelly. I mean, I think they had met you once before this.
Something like that. I've been around a little bit.
But they loved you already.
It's only because I liked you.
No, because they were like, don't screw this up, Alan. Like, you got something good here. Don't screw this up. And so... the first holiday, I'm excited about this. My family generally makes a big deal out of Thanksgiving, and this year we didn't have a whole lot of people there. I think we had, so my family is generally 7 people, at the time was 7 people if you want to count a core family, and then we would have anywhere from 3 to 30 extra people.
Yeah, and that year I think a few family members
stopped by.
We had
about 7 extra.
Yeah. So and you're right, that's nowhere close to the largest Haida Thanksgiving I've been at.
But it was a good size. And the story of how Kelly really got introduced to the family is this Thanksgiving because we are sitting at the table and there's like the lull. You know, we've done the prayer, we started eating, and then we were talking and people are eating, and there's that lull. And in this lull, my grandmother decides to yell out. And I do mean yell. It is not like a subtle, it was a yell out of, I want grandchildren.
And just looks at me.
Looked at Kelly.
I was like,
my girlfriend of 2 months, 2 months and like 3
and I was
days.
the only significant other.
There are no one is
time.
Dating anybody else at this time. There are no cousins. There are no grandchildren at all. And this hush comes over. I just remember my mom's face. Oh, mother. And
my pale face goes red.
I mean, it was amazing. I don't remember. I remember snarky comments that I wanted to say. I decided to hold back.
Appreciate that.
Because, they were coming.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. And I just was going, oh my goodness. It was one of those moments where we tried to pass over real quick and just go, okay, well, let's just keep on going.
Everyone moved on. The Haidas are nothing if not great at just blowing through the awkward and keep it laughing, keep it fun.
Just keep going.
And I was still very much getting used to your family at this point. My nuclear family is really, really tiny. Especially at the time, my holidays were really just, under 5 people. So walking into this situation where even just the core family is like triple.
And how I grew up with Thanksgiving, it was loud, it was noisy. It wasn't like it was centered around football, like the football happened, but it was this loud, noisy time of just kitchen and activity and last minute cleaning, and me getting my knuckles smacked with a wooden spoon because I was stealing deviled eggs. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's why I make the deviled eggs, because then I'm not stealing from anybody but myself, and I'm not going to smack my own knuckles with a
It's true.
wooden spoon.
Now you are the designated
Yes, deviled egg
maker.
Yes, yeah. Whereas we go to my first time in.
So was it a year later, or was it that Christmas?
It was a year later.
A year later. Okay, yeah, I guess.
I think you went home for Christmas.
Yeah, I guess having you come home across state lines for Christmas 4 months into her relationship,
that was a bit
probably
much.
a little much.
Yeah.
So fast forward, I guess, a year and change.
Thanksgiving number 2, no wanting a baby's announcement.
And this particular one, or at least the portion of the holiday that he was joining us for, at that point, the celebration on my mom's side was me, my sister, my mom, my grandma.
And that was it.
So first of all, he walked into a land of women.
Still in land of women, by the way.
We've evened out the score.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And my family just operates more quietly.
But there's a calm. There is a
There's a do I use the decorum? Yeah, I was going to say it, but I don't want to insult your side of the family.
No, it's not. No, my family. I mean, I think every family has rules and customs and things. It's that your family goes by more of what the book should say that should be. There's a setting of the table that's nice with the silverware and things like. Not that my family doesn't do that, but my mom wishes she could have that type of like decorum that your family has around the dinner table, silverware, things like that.
TV's not on. It's either like classical or holiday music in the background, or at the time when because my grandmother was still alive then, she would be playing piano, and we would literally
It was
freaking
like
movie,
Von Trapp family singing harmony.
all gather around the piano.
Oh,
sorry, I hit the spring. Gather around the piano and sing, and we're all singers, and so it's in harmony, and it's not normal.
Again, this is my mom's dream for us.
So, yeah, I mean, what was your kind of reaction to? I think just the quietness is
the quiet was like, what is going on? Because I was not used to that at all. Was it that trip that I played the Linda Ronstadt music?
Oh my goodness.
Yes, because I grew up also, breakfast time was breakfast. You ate a hearty breakfast. And so there's this song, Linda Ronstadt's, an album by Linda Ronstadt's, Canciones de mi Padre. And it starts off with this, ha, la, da, di, da, 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 and it's mariachi. It is mariachi. It is not like norteño. It is mariachi. It's amazing, and I love it. I grew up on this album, and I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make some chorizo con papas, some tortillas. We're going to make a big old breakfast.
He was so excited to share this tradition with our family,
and
which is wonderful.
On this music, and then her sister comes out, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm making breakfast.
It was the music. It was
the music.
A little loud for her taste.
But that was the decorum. And this is not us venting about our families.
No, and I feel like we're going into massive racial stereotypes too. It's really not that either.
It's not that at all. It was just it's just us figuring out how family works, and us figuring out how, because we were dating at the time, is this how we see our families working?
Yeah. Oh, and presents. We still debate on proper present opening.
There is a right way, and it is
my way.
I didn't think we would ever have I think we had a full-on argument.
I think it's one of our few
full, no,
true.
You are wrong.
Yeah, you are wrong.
You are wrong.
How do we do it? My way.
But you're still wrong.
But we do it my way.
Do it your way. And by that, it is open up one present at a time. And
there's an elf. Watches. One present at a time. You open it up. You ooh and ah. You must give sufficient. Thank you so much. That's such a lovely, thoughtful gift, even if you hate it, which we never do, of course. But
no. But there's also the other way of okay, who's going to be Santa? Okay, Alan gets to be Santa this year. Great. Hey, Grandpa, you get one. Great. You're starting to open that. While you're doing that, let's get you to Laura. There we go. Joey. Oh, Mom got the big present. And then you're just opening, and
madness.
You're like, oh, hey, they got, oh, look at that. Cool. Look what I got. Great. What's the next present?
Yeah, but then you don't get to see what everyone else gets.
Yeah, but you got too many people around the Christmas tree. You ain't got time.
We have time.
So there we go. You see that? that was not made up. We have an outline, but there's no script of like have argument here.
No, there's not. I
Decorum.
genuinely feel that
We're leaving this in.
I grew up with a sense of really loving the process of gift giving.
Hold on. I just got to tell you this. We were thinking about talking about how to deal with conflict. So this is good fodder here for later on. We might be recording 2 episodes tonight.
I had a stronger sense of the joy of giving because it was ingrained in me that it was important to watch that. And it was really fun to watch people's reactions as they open your presents and to really kind of enjoy that piece. So I do have a very deeply seated sense of like, it's important for children to sit through that, even if it's painful, because now we all like love giving each other presents. So,
and I'm just like, look, we got presents. Let's get to them. I leave it in the comments. Which are you? Are you the like individual, like take one at a time? Ooh, and is it the ooh and ah presents, or it's like, hey, we got to move. We got presents. Let's go.
Very, very hot political topic right now.
I think so.
This is going to sweep the nation. Nothing else would.
I'm just saying, leave it in the comments.
Mind.
Which are you? Is it the ooh ah decorum, or like, hey, presents, go?
Are you red or are you green?
I'm gonna take green here.
I'll be red, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I did go red blue. So.
We're going red green for this one.
Red and green. We're going to keep it.
There you go.
Anyway,
there you go.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. So how do we do holidays now? And I'm going to say the broader sense of holidays because, again, to me, it's the holiday season is October to December or January 1st, I'll say. Yeah. We're still not we like Halloween, but it's not like the big holiday. For one, my daughter can't stand anything near scary.
Yeah.
I think
she was scared of the little skeleton dance. It's like,
no,
that's too much. She wouldn't wear anything with ghosts on it because they were too scary.
So Halloween I love Halloween, but I am going, I'm going to enjoy it more a little later, I think.
Yeah.
I think for us now, the big thing is the Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's is now a big thing to me, but that's because I have my own we have a family tradition.
We've kind of created a tradition around it, yeah.
And I think that's really important to say because I'll say this, our little tradition is New Year's Day, I make a beef bourguignon and I spend all day in the kitchen over the stove making this thing, and it is the most wonderful time because it is a restarting of the year for me.
It is, and it's so nice because obviously that's a big deal for you to make and things like that, but we are in. If somebody wants to come over and join us, that's fine, but we are not setting places. The house probably isn't particularly clean unless that was my New Year's resolution.
It's become this.
It's very relaxing. We're just in.
We have made it become this is the our time because Christmas and Thanksgiving get split, because we have family that live in different states. And we have now family that is married to family that lives in different states. And so that time is all the more precious.
Getting harder and harder to coordinate. And generally speaking, because of babies and now COVID, it's kind of gotten a little mixed up. But our intent, and for a while we were able to kind of do this, but one family was Thanksgiving, the other family was Christmas, and then we tried to flip it the next year. I don't know that we've ever actually done a successful rotation of that, but that's always been our intent.
Well, and that's always been our intent, but it generally turns out to be that Christmas is the thing that gets which state are we in. We've done Christmas in California, and we've had your family join us for Christmas in California. We've had Christmas here in Texas, and we've had my family join us in Texas when you were how pregnant?
6 months pregnant, and I wasn't the most pleasant human on the planet. I'm sorry, Haida family. I tried.
I will just, the way you freaked out over an empty box of seltzer water.
I got a little mad.
And I'm sorry. I didn't know how to react to a very angry pregnant wife. And so I think I just kind of let my brother take the brunt of
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
It
Joey.
just when the box is out, you throw away the box, and then I
think
know
he
to
found
refill
the box
it.
empty.
Probably. I really don't remember.
Okay, I'm just giving an apology to Joey right now that...
I'm sorry, Joey.
Sorry, Joey.
I had a moment. I had a lot of moments that Christmas. I'm
So,
a bad pregnant woman. We can whine about that later.
pregnancy wine later. I'll let you take that. Okay, so we've had a lot of traveling back and forth for the vacations, and that's kind of been how we've done Christmas, is that the holidays have never been... And that's why I talked about like New Year's Day, is because the holidays have generally been about traveling.
In fact, we've traveled on Christmas
Day.
Day multiple times. By the way, great day for
Awesome
flights. Great day for flights.
If Christmas Day is not like the day that you need to be with family, travel then. It's so good. Yeah. Yeah. But now our family has been traveling back and forth for Christmas, for the holidays. Now there's two things that have come up that have really changed this, and I know one affects everybody and one affects our family. But because of the one that affects everybody, it has affected our family all the more. So let me give you everybody knows about the COVID. And if you're watching this in the future and there's no COVID, hallelujah, amen. I want you to do this. Go buy yourself a roll of toilet paper. Do that right now. Go buy yourself a roll of toilet paper. Buy yourself some what are they? Antiseptic wipes.
Yeah. Just stock up.
Just grab two
You never
more.
know. You never know.
I'm just saying, can of beans and macaroni and things like that. Just get it. But with coronavirus right now, it seems like everybody, it's at least from my view, it seems like people are looking forward to and dreading the holidays all the more.
Yeah.
Because this sense of community has been taken away.
Yeah. Even if you're choosing to see family, it's still not, we don't have the celebrations. We don't have the parties. We don't have the things. I would hope everyone's at least kind of limiting their guest list a little bit, but it's different this year. And I'm not looking forward to that. I mean, I'm looking forward to the holidays, but I'm not looking forward to just how limited it's going to be.
I think there's a sense of, okay, I'll say it. I feel a sense of trepidation towards really enjoying the holidays, because there's so much that is just not how it could be.
Yeah. It's like literally no matter what, it's less than we're used to. It
makes you feel like there's a bubble around fun right now. Like you can't have as much fun. You can't, I love to give a hug, and I can't do that right now. And it really sucks.
You also love to throw a party.
I love to throw a party. I love hosting.
In fact, just last Christmas we had
a party.
30 people over.
No kids, by the way.
No
it
kids.
Was 30 people.
It was dress up, no kids. Alan was bartending.
We sang songs. We caroled together in the house. We had a fire.
It was fun.
It was so much fun. And the fact that that's not even available as an option. I think it's just going to make Christmas harder you're going to have to work a little harder to find that like Christmas fun.
Yeah. I think we're still sticking that out. Like we had actually planned to do a trip, and our house woes, check out his last video, kind of put a damper on those plans.
We had thought about like, let's go to the snow, let's go to Colorado. And then, last video happened, and we're now trying to pay for a roof, floors, and we've already done siding and replaced a wall on the outside of my house. So yeah,
no snow trip.
No snow trip.
But so we are trying to find things to make it special. And not even like at Halloween, like we opted to not go trick or treating, but we went over to my mom's house because we felt like if there were any trick or treaters, her house was just set up a little bit more so that we could kind of keep the girls from seeing it, that there were other kids doing that. But we set up a scavenger hunt for them and little a fishing booth and she got
Yeah.
candy for the things, and they had a blast. And
Charlotte loved.
they were Elsa and Anna. I mean,
It was.
they were cute as pie.
Yeah. Can I put up a picture?
Yeah.
Picture. Elsa, Anna. There we go. Cute as a button right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But if there's something that does give me hope is that those moments where instead of, well, we've got to not do a party, well, how else can we have this sense of community?
Yeah.
How else can we make this moment magical for my kids? Because, and I'll put it, here's the other part to this. We were planning on going to California, and we were thinking, okay, we can go see my family, even though it's, we've had times where we've had 30 people over. My family's really social distancing because my mom just got re-diagnosed with cancer and she's at stage 4. She's doing well as of this video. She's doing very well. She's on immunotherapy, not fun, but it's not radiation or chemo. But we've had to cancel a full week that we were planning on being out there and staying at a beach house with my sister because she can't be close to anybody right now.
Yeah. We have to do that for her health.
For her health, yeah.
So even though we had always planned to do this, it's not going to work out, and which will give us some opportunities down the road to maybe extend the holiday season.
I have a feeling there's going to be a Christmas 2020 part 1 and then a Christmas 2020 part 2 because
our intent right now is to go out in like March. Because her treatment's supposed to wrap up soon in December. So hopefully by then, between potential hope on the COVID scene and her no longer being severely immunocompromised, we feel like we can probably do that. But it just means all the more holiday. We're just going to keep on going. Can we keep Christmas decorations up until then?
No.
But
no.
Please. Just maybe a little tree.
Do you want to keep up a little tree till March or till we see my family?
We'll talk about it.
Okay. We'll talk about it. If there's a tree in the background at some point in time.
I think by then I'll be sick of it and ready to go back to normal.
No, I think we're going to need to get back to normal.
Yeah.
How about we'll keep an ornament out?
We'll keep an ornament out. Or maybe we have a little tree. We'll keep the little tree
We'll keep the little tree out? Okay. We have fake trees as well. Okay, I know there's some people that are like, no, but we have fake trees. I'm sorry.
Well,
no apologies.
You don't like them, but
I don't like them, but no apologies.
We have allergies. So
how about this? I'll say this, babe. What are you most looking forward to this little season? Because it's going to be so different, and we are not going to have. And there's a mosquito that just got me. I hate mosquitoes. Sorry. What are the things that you're looking forward to with this? I'll say, put it this way: how do you think we're going to make this holiday a little different and a little special because of COVID? So,
as I look back on this year, for one, like our girls are young enough. I mean, Maddie will have no memory of this because she's, 20 months at this point. Charlotte, my earnest hope and prayer is that all she'll remember is good things, and she'll look back on something and be like, remember that one time we fill in the blank? And
remember the one time we didn't go trick-or-treating?
Right, exactly.
I think that's what she said.
And we'll tell her, oh, that was actually COVID. Did you know? And she said, no. Like that's my earnest hope, is that she'll be so blithely unaware this won't be a huge imprint on her. And we're blessed because she's 4. So we're still in that window where that's possible. But I think what I would love is just that it's so special because we're not distracted. We don't have a million things to go to. And that we just look back and see what, because we were so focused on the family that we just really had just a lovely time and some lovely moments, and maybe some new traditions will come out of it. I don't know, but that's just my hope, is that, I mean, I saw on Facebook the other day something along the lines of like, we've got to stop like playing this victim mentality because our kids are picking up on that, and instead of it being a special time for them where they're just close to their family, they're seeing this just their childhood is being taken away. And it doesn't have to be that way. Like it can just be really special family time. And I think that's kind of what I've been thinking about very recently, is just like really making this special family time. So
I piggyback on that because we have a little calendar on our refrigerator and it's empty.
It's so sad.
And we had bought it because at literally the beginning of the year, because we had
I think 3 instances in a row where we were double booked.
We were double booked. And that's, I think that happens to a lot of families, but I want to see this holiday season as we are connecting with the people that we can and celebrating this moment so much more, because we've seen how many moments have not happened.
Yeah.
There's a preacher that I love, Nadia Bolz-Weber, and at the beginning of this, of all the COVID, it must have been March, where she said, allow yourself the space or the grace to mourn the things that won't happen. And that's been really a good mantra for me, because there were so many things we had planned this year. This was going to be a huge year for our family. We had so many trips planned. We have so many ideas ready to go. And for those not to happen, being able to mourn those has really helped me out, let go of that like tension, I'll say. But it's also allowed me the space to go, I need to look forward to the things that are going to be coming up. And however we do celebrate it, while it may not be the giant party that we had last year, we can still enjoy the family that we have, because that is what isn't going away.
Yeah.
There's that whole Bible verse, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. And I feel like COVID has been this horrible reminder of that.
Yeah.
And to make these moments that we have, especially the moments that we're supposed to be together, these moments where we can be together, if not in the ginormous groups, these smaller intimate groups, to really enjoy those moments, to make the most out of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let me tell you, this is not our notes, but a family tradition, feel free to steal this. I think you know what I'm talking about.
I think I do.
Elf gifts. Here's what my family has done for years now, and pass this along. Have fun with this. And you may know a little bit about this already, but...
And I will just stop
Please.
you real quick. And this was born out of a time in his family where gifts were not abundant because of finances. And this is such a great thing that they did to make it fun for their kids. So if you are somebody who this year is struggling because of everything that's happened in this world and you've been personally impacted, this is a great idea for your kids. So,
I will also say this. If this is just fun, if you need fun, do you remember fun? If you need fun, this is something you can do. We do the elf gifts. Santa gets all the credit for, Christmas Day. And this is not Elf on the Shelf. That is creepy. No, this...
You're saying we cannot...
I do not like Elf on the Shelf.
I mean, you never asked for one, so I never
That's
did
right,
it.
because I don't... It's creepy. No, here's what it is. It's generally it's happening on Christmas Eve or, the weekend before Christmas, where the elves... Because Santa knows you've been naughty or nice, but the elves have watched you, have done all the research for him. And so they know about all the other little things that have happened during the year that you're not going to get a present for, but you need to be reminded of. So an elf gift that one of my favorites is one that I gave to my sister, because she genuinely does not get jokes, and I love it. And so I got her a hat like this, but it was blank up front, and I put on there, "Oh, I get it," with a Sharpie marker, and then I put a little light bulb and a little wire with a switch that she could turn on when she understands a joke, because she would not get jokes. So I put this little picture out of this boat on, it looks like it's on water, but it's all the letter C, and the C's are making a C, and the C's are getting bigger, and the guy on the boat says, "It looks like we're in for rough seas," and it's the letter C's. And some people are thinking about this right now. And my sister was too. And she's like, "Oh," and I clicked it on and the light bulb came on. "Oh, I get it." It's things like that. I have gotten more than a few very fun elf gifts whenever I would.
We'll have to tell the canoe story another day.
Canoe story another day. But I got one that's a shirt that says, "Hey, babe," because every time I talk to Kelly, I start, "Hey, babe." Yeah.
Yep. I lose my cell phone like all the flipping time.
Yeah.
And so they somehow found, I think your mom.
My mom had one of the original flip
those like
phones
bricks. She got it.
It's like this thick.
So I got that so I would never lose my phone again. We actually introduced this to our small group at church, 2 Christmases ago?
And we have had so much fun with it.
And the first time they like, were like, all right, we're going to go with it. And by the end of the night, they were like, we get it. And then the next year was so fun.
So steal that, use that. If you just need something to be like, hey, let's try something fun and silly and stupid. And it's more of a chance to just go like, oh, I remember this time this year that this happened.
It doesn't, you don't have to make fun. Sometimes it's very sweet things, actually.
Yes. So I'll say this, the companion to that gift for my sister was a little angel that I had glued a little Energizer battery to because we had a very tough year in our family.
And she is with the caretaker supreme for everybody.
We had cancer galore that year, and my sister was a caretaker galore. So I said that she is the Energizer angel because she just didn't stop, and she had a full year, several years actually of that. So that was a fun little way to say that. So they don't have to be poking fun, but it's more fun to poke fun. We'll say, yeah,
you can.
I think that kind of wraps it up. I think
so, but we need to know: are you team red or team green?
Is it the decorum? Ooh, you open a present now, and now we look and or is it like, hey, just presents, go
ripping into them like a monster?
I want to release the hounds of children and go. Presents are there, go have fun. It is Christmas. What are your traditions?
Thank you for joining us today.
Is there anything that you're like, you need to do this Christmas? Try this out. I want to start making homemade cinnamon rolls.
That needs to happen for sure.
Because I'm a cinnamon roll fiend. I love me a cinnamon roll.
I just don't want to get up that early.
Day before.
Fine.
Okay.
Does anybody have an overnight cinnamon roll?
Overnight cinnamon roll.
And in the comments, we would love to hear your fun traditions or things that we should try.
Absolutely. What are things that you're like, Christmas time, do this? So, okay. I think that's about it. All right, babe. Thank you. I'm glad we did this again.
This was fun.
Yay. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Whether you celebrate them or not, hey, happy day off. I'll put it that way. There we go. Cheers. All right. Into part 2, and I'm so glad I don't have to clap anymore. Yay. Okay.
I want to clap.
What?
I want to clap.
All right. You want to clap? Again, leaving that in. So how